Welcome back to the Abundant Harvest Homestead. I'm Mama Pepper, and this is how I make my laundry soap. I use the Fells Naphtha bar, 1 cup of the washing soda, and half a cup of the borax. I've been making my own soap for about a decade now, and this is the simple recipe that I use. I ran out of soap the other day and Papa was gone, so I just grabbed the camera and recorded what I could. And in the video I mentioned 1 cup of each, but I think I remembered that perhaps because it was something that was easier, but it's 1 cup of the washing soda and half a cup of the borax. For lighter soiled clothes, this recipe works well. I did mention in the video that I use OxiClean, and that would be used for more heavily soiled clothing, but this is a great base for your normal everyday washes. Enjoy the video. So it's time to make some laundry detergent because we are completely out of laundry detergent. And this is what we use. We use the Fells Naphtha bar, and we grate it. And it's a 4-ounce bar. We grate it, and we want to try to get it as small as possible so that it will melt easier and quicker. And then we're about to put it in this pot and some hot water. It's 4 cups of hot water. So we're gonna put it in there. We're gonna put it on the stove, and we're gonna put it on medium, I think it's medium low heat, and then we're going to start stirring it and letting it melt down. So I told Pinky we needed to make that we needed to make some soap today, and she wanted to get started grating it. I told her, okay, go ahead. So she got started and she finished, and we're gonna move on to the next step. So we got the soap put onto the stovetop here with 4 cups of hot water. She's stirring it, and we're just going to stir it till it melts all the way through. And then we're going to get a bucket and pour it in there in the bucket. So this is fairly simple and pretty quick to do. All right. Okay, so we can see in this that it is pretty much all the way dissolved. There's no more chunks of soap, and we tried to grate it as small as we could so it can melt easier and quicker. This hasn't taken us very long to do this on a medium-low heat and just sticking with it and stirring it continually. It's a little foamy, and sometimes it does get a little bit foamy and rise to the top. You just got to kind of keep stirring it. So what we're going to do, because I think this is ready now, I don't see any chunks, we're going to put it in a 5-gallon bucket.
So I'm going to fill this 5-gallon bucket halfway with hot tap water, and then we're going to pour the soap into it.
Okay, so now we're at the step where we're going to add 1 cup of this Arm & Hammer super washing soda and 1 cup of the borax into the water. So these are some pretty old boxes. I've already used them. You can tell they're ripped up, and I got to finish up the rest of it. So this is my washing soda. It's gotten to be a big ball of, well, it's not really a ball, but it's just hard. So we're just going to use this. We're going to throw this in here. I'm going to call that a cup, and then the borax is not turned into a rock yet, so we're going to measure out 1 cup, and we're just going to toss it in there into the hot water. Toss it in there. We're going to stir it up really good, and hopefully that big rock will break down. And we're also going to add our soap. Is it in there? I don't know. Here we go. We're going to add our soap. I'm going to move over here so you can see in the light better. Okay, we're going to stir it up. Good. I'm just going to reach in there and feel that block. Break it down. I'm going to use it. Break it into smaller pieces here quick. I tried breaking it with a hammer. Well, no, it wasn't a hammer. It was actually some pliers or something, but it didn't work, so we'll see. Alright, so we are going with plan B. I could not get it broken with a spoon, so I'm just going to grate it with my soap grater, cheese grater, and see how that turns out. Wash it off in there. Okay, so I got all the washing soda grated into here. That was a rock, which was my plan B. It worked. I just kind of shredded it all, mashed the little balls on here that weren't shredding, and put my hand in here and just kind of broke apart the other little pieces of the balls. So once you get your soap in here, and then your 1 cup of borax and your 1 cup of your washing soda, and stir it all up really well until it's all mixed in really good, then you're just going to fill up your bucket with hot water the rest of the way to the top. Well, not all the way to the top, but almost to the top. So I'll put it over here. Okay. Fill up the rest of the bucket. More hot water to the top. Okay, so now we're just going to stir it after we filled it with hot water the rest of the way. We're going to stir it up really well, and then we're going to cover it and we're going to let it sit overnight to thicken. So when you come to it tomorrow, it'll be this big blob gel, and you'll have to stir it up to put it in your containers. So I like to reuse my vinegar containers because we use vinegar so much, and we have a lot of these containers left over. Some people use milk jugs, but these are nice and thick and strong. So what you'll do is you'll stir this up tomorrow, and then we usually fill it halfway with the detergent, halfway to here, and then we'll fill it the rest of the way with water, and then we'll just shake it up really good, and it's ready to go and used for your washing. And you can also add essential oils to this. For every 2 gallons of detergent that you put in your jug, I believe, then you can add 10 to 15 drops of oil, whatever essential oil you want to use. Lavender, rosemary, tea tree. I think I used lavender once, but I haven't used it. I haven't added any oils, other oils, or tried any other oils since. I think I've only tried using the lavender oil, and it smells nice, but I like the way it smells just the way it is as well. Like I said, I'm kind of like a plain Jane on a lot of things. I think plain is just fine with me. Not that I don't like pretty smells, which I do enjoy, but the simplest way sometimes is the easiest, and it's just perfectly fine. So I'm just going to cover this up. I think it's ready. And then it's ready to let sit till tomorrow. So for the top load machine, you're going to use a 5/8 cup per load, which is approximately 180 loads. And for a front load machine, it's a 1/4 cup per load, up for approximately 640 loads. And when you do add your oils, Pinky mentioned maybe using orange oil. You want to add the oils when this has gelled up and cooled all the way. So you don't want to add it right now. So it works well for traditional or HE machines. And then we also use, I like to use the OxiClean as well. I'll add in a scoop of OxiClean with it to help clean more. But I like to use it. I like the smell of it. And if I need extra cleaning for really dirty clothes, I will use a scoop of OxiClean in there to help with more stain fighting stuff. Or I will use the bar on its own, the felt naphtha bar, and I will rub it on the stain for baby stains. I'll just rub it on there with a little bit of water quick, scrub it in quick, and let it sit, and then put it to wash when it's time to wash. I do that as well just to help with stain removing. But I have been using this for quite a few years now, and it's just a recipe that I keep going to. It's easy, it's quick for moms, and like I said, if you need any extra stain fighting things to use with it, Zout spray or a spray and wash or OxiClean will all work. Like I said, I've used OxiClean more often than not for stains, or the felt naphtha bar by itself. So I got this recipe from the Duggars, and I printed this in 2013 from their website, duggarfamily.com. And the first time that I made this soap was with a friend in Wisconsin, and she walked me through it, the whole process. We made our soap together, and since then I have been using that same recipe all these years. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a pretty simple, pretty easy, quick soap laundry detergent to make. And especially for busy moms, if you need a recipe to go to just quickly, it makes those 10 gallons of soap. And so leave any comments below if you guys have used this soap before, if you know somebody who does, or if you have tips and tricks. Let me know. I'd like to hear your stories. Maybe there's a soap that you make that maybe you have from a family recipe or something like that. That'd be really neat to hear what you guys do, so let us know. Mama out. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching. Hit the like button. Thumbs up.